أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي صدق الله المولانا العظيم. In the name of the most merciful and beneficent, I welcome all those excellencies, dignitaries, the panelists, someone who always speaks for humanity. Every single has not only been appreciated, but in future, you all will be remembered in such a manner where my coming generations will quote all of you. So thanks. On the behalf of every Pakistani and all those who are deprived of their due rights, and especially those who are bleeding and pleading at all levels, this resilient nation of ours will never ever forgive this particular gesture of yours. And let me assure you, as one of our panelists just mentioned, that the vision of this motherland of ours and of this government is the future belongs to the people of this region, especially Pakistan, and we will become trendsetter for the entire globe, inshallah. That is the commitment. Today, I have to unfortunately share a news with all of you which can convey the true picture of India. Indian High Court today gave verdict against whom? Against Shehryar Afridi, and she is one of the prominent journalists of Indian occupied Kashmir, and the orders are to arrest her. Why? Because she spoke for humanity. That is the only mistake she ever committed, and the message to all those who will ever raise their voices for those who are deprived of their due rights, they will be penalized, bullied, and humiliated. Ladies and gentlemen, where we stand today as a nation, unfortunately, we have been perceived the other way around. Let me give you a few examples before I come into the main objective of all of ours. The first and the foremost thing, this country is catering Afghan refugees since 4 long decades, unprecedented in human history. 1.4 POR card holders, 0.84 million ACC card holders, 0.5 million unregistered, undocumented. We have got a 2,611 kilometers border with Afghanistan, a porous border. Whenever something goes wrong in Afghanistan, people start coming in. We are issuing more than 60,000 visas per month by not even charging a single penny from them. Out of 2.8 million refugees, 68% are living outside camps. Our all federating units, all the provinces of Pakistan, are facilitating them to the core. Their children are provided free education. We are providing more than 50,000 scholarships to them. Our all federating units, when it comes to health, we are providing free medicines, free treatment to every Afghani, irrespective of whosoever he or she is, from any background or any religion or anything which has ultimately divided humanity. But nobody talks about it. Nobody has applauded Pakistan. Had it been another country, they would have been portrayed altogether as a messiah in the entire globe. Another area. 85% of all sorts of drugs are being manufactured, unfortunately, in Afghanistan. Pakistan is playing a role of a first line of defense against all sorts of drugs. Illegal immigrants, Pakistan is playing a pivotal role regarding that. Brexit is a classic example. In Europe, in the overall political dynamics have changed regarding illegal immigrants. But this country is hosting not only refugees, but has played a role which needs moral assistance and appreciation of the prosperous world. Another area which I would like to share with you. We are the only country. We have been hearing since day one to do more. And now this country, through state-of-the-art approach, through artificial intelligence, we have become the first country which has come up with a data the largest ever in the human history, where now we have got data of all those who were ever charged for any sort of narcotics or drugs across the globe. We have got the end 250 accredited sites. It is the most well thought out approach, which was applauded by Interpol, all the key stakeholders, and not only for drugs, but for money laundering as well. Another area, we have, when it comes to war on terror, I have lost 3 family members. Just like you, I was living in Germany, and while I was heading a multinational company, one single telephone call changed my life because I lost my father, my brother, and my mother because of those subversive activities who played havoc with what this country, unfortunately, at one point in time was. You name anything, we have witnessed that. Our children were slaughtered. Excellencies, that is one side of the story, but nobody talks about Pakistan. Nobody at any level has ever appreciated Pakistan. And on the other side, what is happening in India? This RSS Modi mantra, true replica of Nazis, where humanity is pleading and bleeding, forceful conversion. Anyone in the name of Islam is bullied. Those who are from the performing arts, the top-notch actors in the last 3 months, Modi, he would be inviting Shah Rukh, Salman and all the key performers of India just to convey and confuse the international community. We are here and we have made a commitment, my Prime Minister and this government, that this time around, no appeasement policy, whatever happened in the past is history now. We are going to expose India in such a manner where the whole world will humiliate and bully this individual who is playing havoc with humanity and with the people of occupied Kashmir and giving out signals to the entire globe. And let me assure you, Your Excellencies, when we talk of humanity, interfaith harmony, I give you an example that I studied from a missionary school. Those who have been perceived the other way around, those who have been considered intolerant or extremists, why they would be allowing a missionary school to be a part of the south of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa 50 years ago? Why would we be opening Kartarpura? What is the message? The message to the entire globe and the message after ASEA verdict. This country of ours, when it comes to rule of law and supremacy of law, nobody now in the name of religion, sect, or anything will ever use this motherland of ours or anything related to Pakistan in any manner. They will be made an example. They will be penalized even if he or she is the part of the cabinet or any key portfolio. Let me assure you, this government of ours has made a commitment, and for the very first time, civil, military, all are on the same page. And the first and foremost priority for all of us is human dignity and humanity. And there will be no compromise on that. The message is loud and clear. Ladies and gentlemen, one another area which I would like to share with all of you. Who better understand the agony and frustration of those who try to bully humanity? The classic example, being a student of international politics, Europe gone through the most difficult phases of all time. Those who were at a dragon's dawn are living now a life which we all desire. And let me assure you, the role which was played by Pope, Angela Merkel, and all the key stakeholders of the Europe regarding Syrian refugees and when anything related to humanity, your role has been exemplary. But now, why the world has become a silent spectator? Why the world is only asking us that you are the one to resolve this issue through and it is the sole responsibility of India and Pakistan through bilateral approach. They need to sit and resolve. It's not a bilateral issue. It's a humanitarian issue. The world needs to realize now that what the entire globe witnessed during World War I, World War II. The world can't afford now, as nuclear powers, both the countries, any misadventure by anyone can play with the lives of the entire globe. Nobody in the entire universe, unfortunately, will ever be able to live the way they are living now. Why the world is not giving it due importance? Is it the sole responsibility of Pakistan and only of the few voices? Why people or countries are giving more preference to trade over humans? Why? Without peace, no state can achieve their desired objectives. That's what we are taught by whom? By you. Even what we are witnessing today is only one thing, and that is that if something goes wrong in Pakistan, it's highlighted in such a manner as this country has become a scar on the face of humanity. But what is happening in Chicago, what is happening in India, in occupied India, or any other part of the world, nobody talks about it. Why double standards? This country has made it a point now that no matter what, our commitment is with humanity. We will always become the voice for the deprived ones. We will never compromise, and we will never become silent spectators. We won't listen, do more. Now this time around, the world has to do more. The prosperous world has to come forward, and they need to do more. Ladies and gentlemen, this country has given blood for peace. I am fighting your war. For your coming generation, this country is fighting your war. We have lost more than 80,000 people. But still, the world is confused about Pakistan. When it comes to sect and religion, whether it is Catholic or Protestant or any other sect of Christianity, any crime of an individual in Europe is considered an individual crime. But if an individual who is innocent does something wrong, automatically different terminologies come out in the shame of Islamophobia and whatnot. Why these double standards are still taking place when Europe and the prosperous world has witnessed everything with their own eyes? With one stroke of a pen, Modi, who was not even allowed to visit US and Europe, he was the one who was responsible for all those more than 3,000 innocent humans who were killed in the name of religion in Gujarat. And then he was not even allowed to visit Europe and America. And once he becomes the head of the state, what makes him the most pious person now? Who will decide and which forum will decide? Do we really have to go just like the way we took that case? The Indians took that case, but we defended in shape of Kalbhushan Yadav. And this time around, it's a commitment. And it's a commitment with all those who are going through pain and agony. We will take Modi to International Court of Justice, and time will prove that he was the one who was the scar on the name of humanity in India. We are not against the Indian people. We are not against Indian people. We value them. They are humans. They say, hate the sin, not the sinner. My religion believes in peace and harmony. This country, constitution, the father of the nation, believes in what? In only humanity. Those who used to think that two-nation theory was a futile exercise, now ask any Muslim in India, in any part of India, they will say that we were wrong and Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah was 100% right, because we are not being treated equally. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm becoming a bit emotional because I've seen that agony with my own eyes. I've come from the south of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. My own loved ones were slaughtered. You just give an example of Ireland. What I am foreseeing is very, very alarming. And today, since the last 2 weeks, the word Joker has become the talk of everyone. One is movie, and that movie is depicting one thing, that those who go through pain they can go to any extent for their own ego and self-respect. And the other joker is Modi, who is trying to bully humanity. And it is up to you now and the developed world. We, in the name of religion, we, in the name of reason, unfortunately, the geostrategic location of this motherland of mine is as such that we keep on compromising, we keep on contributing. But the international media is perceiving us the other way around. The message to the international media, to the key stakeholders of the entire globe, and to all those who are present here, and especially to the youth of Pakistan. We will remain committed, and the message is, let's hear the bell is ringing, calling us to the bright future. So let's join and unite together and prove it to our coming generations, to ourselves, and to the entire globe. This motherland of ours has got due resilience. We have got the due abilities. We will compete through best practices, through ethical approach, and we will prove it to the entire world that India was aggressor, Modi was a scar on the face of humanity, and future belongs to the people of Pakistan. Long live humanity, long live Pakistan.